Hi, today I'm reviewing the NINELESS A-Control Azelaic Acid Toner. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste time sponsoring ads or videos, so if that's something you're into, like, subscribe, share the video. Check out the links below. Check out the newsletter. Be sure to check out the newsletter. I've always got new articles and fun things on there and just random stuff that I find fascinating, and I'm sure you will too. If I find it fascinating, you'll find it fascinating. Maybe, probably. Anyway. Okay. So, NINELESS, they're a newer brand to K-Beauty. They've come up with some really interesting products. Their first main product I tried from them was their Azelaic Acid Snail Serum, which is amazing. And combined two of my favorite ingredients, Snail Mucin and Azelaic Acid. They're definitely my top 5 ingredients. Copper peptides would be another one, Snap 8. Anyway, love them. Anyway, so they've come out with this, which I was very excited to try out, tested it out. They've come out with a handful of new products since then, since I picked this one up. And actually this morning I just checked one of them out. I think it was a kojic acid serum they came out with. So I checked that out from YesStyle. So, and they're pretty affordable, which is also something I appreciate. So anyway, so here we go. So they say revitalize your skin. Dive into the rejuvenating power of our Azelaic Acid Toner, enriched with premium HAs, which I mean, premium HAs, there's a lot of HAs, but glycolic acid is probably one of the most studied, in lactic acid. This potent formula gently exfoliates, removing dead skin cells to unveil a smooth, radiant complexion. So, I will talk about some of the ingredients and things, and then I will get to, in a second, what they delivered on. Did they deliver on all those promises? That's a lot of promises. Okay, my first criteria is packaging. No issues with the packaging. We've got a plastic bottle, so very nice product. So in terms of fragrance, we've got tea tree extract and then bergamot leaf extract. Tea tree extract has benefits, especially for acne-prone skin. Bergamot leaf extract, I really am not a huge fan of it. Bergamot leaf oil, certainly strong and noticeable in a product. The leaf extract, I don't really notice the scent for it at all. In my opinion, it probably would have been better without it, and just leave the tea tree extract. But thankfully, it really has no noticeable scent to it, except for maybe that little bit of tea tree extract. So I would have left out the bergamot leaf extract. If you're watching NINELESS, just leave it out. But at least they didn't put the oil in. They would have really disappointed me if they put the oil in. So, okay, in terms of the manufacturing location, this one is made in Korea, so no issues with that. Let me do a quick pH test. Then we talk about the ingredients in here, because we do have some exfoliants in here, which typically require a proper pH level. Okay. I would put this pH of this one probably right below 4. I would say it's maybe like 3.6, 3.7, right in between 3 and 4, which is actually right where you want it to be. So they did a good job with that. You never know, when some brands combine a lot of ingredients, sometimes certain things get forgotten or the formula gets changed and it doesn't really do everything they promise. The pH for this one is where we want it to be, which is great. They did a good job with that. I mean, it's got a water texture. So for ease of use, I apply this with a cotton pad in my evening routine. So after cleansing and toning, apply this. You can pat it on. You can apply it with a cotton pad. Sometimes I use a corner of a washcloth, and then after 4 days, I'll wash it and get a new one out, which makes it a little bit less waste that way. Okay, so you're going to do that. Apply it. Gently swipe it over your face. Your neck, if your neck is not super sensitive, and your décolleté, feel free to apply it where your skin is not terribly sensitive. It kind of just depends on the person. If you're new to exfoliants or azelaic acid, start out slow. Use this one day, skip 2-3 days, then use it another day, skip 2-3 days, and then slowly build up to maybe using it every other day or however you want. If you want to use it every day, you definitely can do that. Personally, I like to use retinoids, and I don't really like using a lot of actives in the same routine. I'll use this toner, the next day I'll do retinol, and the next day toner, things like that. And the nice thing about this is it combines azelaic acid and exfoliants in here, and it's a wonderful combination, and azelaic acid is one of the acids that's more friendly with other ingredients. There's a lot of them that you don't want to use with this, you don't want to use with ascorbic acid, you don't want to, azelaic acid is very friendly. Okay. So I mentioned that. Do a patch test. I would recommend doing a patch test. It's got a lot of actives in here. especially if you have sensitive skin. A patch test is better. If you know you might have sensitive skin or might get irritated, do a little bit in this area in your arm, right between your elbow. And it's typically a very sensitive area. And hopefully you won't have any issues, and then you can use it. So in your evening routine, after you pat it on or use a cotton pad, give it a minute to soak in before you move on to your next step. Because if you give it a minute to soak in, it can get deeper into your skin and be better. If you apply something too fast right over it before it's dried, the next product you apply, the pH might be too high, and then it doesn't really get down in there and work like it should. Give it a minute, soak in. Typically when I do this, I'll do my eyebrow serum and my neck, and I'll let that soak in. So I'm not wasting time there. It gives me a second to do that. So after that, move on to essences or serums. Definitely start slowly. So beneficial ingredients in this one, we've got the tea tree leaf extract. It's a acne-friendly ingredient. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, anti-acne properties. It doesn't have as much anti-acne benefits as tea tree oil does, but it does have some benefits for acne-prone skin. We've got glycolic acid, AHA exfoliant, the most studied one, the one with the most proven research benefits. Glycolic acid helps reveal softer, smoother, and brighter skin with regular use in higher percentages for a few months. And at the proper pH, glycolic acid has been shown to help with collagen production deep down in skin. It's a wonderful ingredient. Again, it needs to be the proper pH, and usually the amount studied with collagen production is 10%. I don't necessarily, I'm not sure what, they mention the parts per million in this, but they don't mention the percentage. And I'm not that good at math. Okay, then we've got citric acid. Typically, citric acid I don't even mention because it's usually in a product to change and buffer the pH of the product. But in this one, it's used in a higher amount. So instead of just being as a pH adjusting ingredient, it's meant to be used as a skincare ingredient, and it functions as an exfoliant. We've got niacinamide, anti-acne skin brightening ingredient. We've got lactic acid, AHA exfoliant. Also helps brighten skin and reveal softer, smoother skin. Lactic acid also has humectant properties. Then we've got one of my favorite ingredients. We've got Snail Mucin. I love Snail Mucin. It's wonderful for your skin. It's actually been studied on a lot of people that have been going through chemotherapy that have super dry skin. I remember my mom was going through chemotherapy. I mean, the toll that took on her skin was just, it was harsh. And they've studied it, and it helps. I wish I would have known this then. It can really help with your skin and help prevent dermatitis and irritation. And it's a wonderful ingredient. It's also an antioxidant repairing ingredient. And it's also been shown to help fibroblast production deep down in skin. And so it's one worth checking out. I use it pretty much every night, and I love it. I've noticed anti-aging benefits from it as well. Next up, we've got azelaic acid, amazing ingredient, has many benefits for skin. Azelaic acid, one of the most beneficial ingredients. It helps with acne, helps with hyperpigmentation, it helps with rosacea-prone skin, it can help lighten dark spots, and also has anti-inflammatory benefits for skin. If you haven't tried it, you're doing yourself a disservice by not trying it because it is wonderful. And if it works well for you, you will be very happy with it because it's super beneficial. Next up, we've got salicylic acid, BHA exfoliant, typically used for acne-prone and oily skin. Helps decongest skin by getting deep down in the pores, removes oil from clogging pores. Next up, we've got LHA exfoliant, which is a gentle exfoliant for sensitive skin. We've got PHA exfoliant, which is another gentle exfoliant. That's typically used a lot with rosacea-prone skin and may also help with lightening dark spots. Let's see, sodium hyaluronate, hyaluronic acid, all those, humectants. We've got white willow bark, soothing anti-inflammatory ingredient. We've got centella, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Green tea extract, antioxidant, soothing. Coffee seed extract, antioxidant. And we've got Pinus densiflora extract, which is an antioxidant. So it's got a lot of ingredients, which is another reason why I recommend doing a patch test if you think about it. Just because the more ingredients you get, the more likelihood you have an issue with one, especially if you combined it with exfoliants at a lower pH and things like that. Okay, in terms of animal testing, so per Style Korean, Blooming Cocoa, K-Beauty Australian, Amazon, NINELESS is cruelty-free, and that's what NINELESS states. And that's what all those sites state as well. In terms of performance, so this one's quite nice. In terms of what it promises, so it promises to revitalize skin, provide deep hydration, brighten and even skin tone, and soothe and calm skin. I would say this delivers on many of those promises. I would say this does everything, but I, in my opinion, I wouldn't call it super calming per se. The azelaic acid may calm rosacea-prone skin, but I don't find this to be calming. But it does do the rest of those things, which is fine. I will add my calming serum in after this. Right now I'm loving the Ordinary Soothing Barrier Serum as a nice calming product, or the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. So it does all of those. It definitely is a nice brightening ingredient. The exfoliants are nice. It's a great product for brightening skin, preventing breakouts, smoothing skin texture. I would say this product will work well for most skin types, including acne-prone, dry, and oily. For those with very sensitive skin, sometimes you're better off using a separate azelaic acid product and a separate exfoliant, because then you can use them in alternating days. Maybe you do like a 3-day routine or things like that. So just keep that one in mind. But my skin is pretty sensitive. I will say, when I first picked this up and I started using it every night, I did get a little bit of irritation. So that's why I kind of pulled back. Started doing it every other day, and it was my skin was a little bit happier with that. And the really nice thing is, for acne-prone skin, there's no ingredients of note, and that doesn't happen very often. And so if you have acne-prone skin, this one's really friendly for that. The price. So this is a full size, 150 milliliters, 5 ounces, retails for $19. It's very affordable. This bottle will last you a long, long time. A little bit goes a long way, and it's a pretty good price. Then in terms of the it factor, really enjoying this product. It's great for dealing with hyperpigmentation issues, preventing acne, smoothing skin texture. It's a really nice product. It's very unique. I couldn't really come up with many dupes or alternatives for this one. The closest one I could come up with or think of was the Pharmacy Beauty Brighten Up Toner, or I think it's their TXA toner. That was the closest one I could come to. I'm sure there's other ones that are closer, just none came to my mind. Anyway, interested in hearing from you guys. If you had a chance to check this one out. I gave this one a 9 out of 10. Very nice product. I think if they would have left out that bergamot extract, it could have been closer to 10 out of 10. Very wonderful product, affordable. It's got everything going for it, and it's got the proper pH to boot. Usually, it's got all that going on, and then there's something off with the pH, and then it doesn't work very well, but this one does it all. Anyway, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.